What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. We're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We're here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. You know, I recently bought a football card collection and I won't stop talking about it. One of the things I found the most of were cards of Sean Taylor. So my card this week is this showcase. No, that one.
No,
that does not fit the criteria. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. But I do have a Sean Taylor card. I've decided to pick the 2004 Topps base Sean Taylor card, number 347. This is only like a $5 card. Kind of crazy that
steal for $5.
Card. It is, but in a PSA 10, you could get it for like about 100, but still not too bad if you really want a PSA 10. But yeah, the collection had a lot of Sean Taylor cards in it, and instead of using the super expensive one that would automatically win the competition for me, I went with the Topps card.
If you would have used that card, my card would have been the 2000 playoff contenders Brady. So, I mean, if you want to play.
Okay, fair enough. But if you're not familiar with Sean Taylor, he only played in the league for a couple years, but he was tragically shot and killed in a botched burglary attempt at his house back in, what year was that? 2007, I think it was. So, yeah, he only played like 3 years in the league. It was such a sad situation. The people that were stealing from him too thought he wasn't there, and he and his fiance and their child were all asleep, and when they broke in and he went out and they shot him, and unfortunately ended up passing away. So he was a good young player that his time was cut way too short, but really popular now with people that remember him. He's not, sadly, you know, he only played for a very short period of time, so a lot of newer collectors might not know him. But if you're a newer collector, go to YouTube, check out some clips. He was a fantastic player. So this is my card. Yeah, he was
like young, like very young. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he was an All-Pro. Yeah. So Sean Taylor. Yeah, we were talking about this before the show. Like, it's like this combination of he was awesome, plus the mystique of how awesome could he have been, like even more so than he was. So that definitely raises the price. I will say I love that Topps Chrome year. Like that's Topps, but Topps Chrome as well. But I love that design. And it's one of those years where I was out of the hobby. You know, you had closed down the shop, so we didn't have a lot of, from that season in. And it's one of my favorite designs. I love the clean white borders. Yeah. It's really, really sharp.
That's a really cool card. Sean Taylor, like we've said before, like may have been an All-Pro even at that young age, and just a great player. I think he shows up on Madden every once in a while as, you know, a player that you can and you can use in I can't remember what it's called, whatever the card collecting version of that game is, and it's he's, I mean, it was a tragic story.
Madden Ultimate,
Madden Ultimate, yeah, tragic story, and just very, very cool card.
He was a second team All-Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler.
Wow.
And it was 2007 when he passed away. So,
all right, EP, what do you have for us?
I have been, you guys have been on me about using Griffey and Barry Sanders all the time.
Oh,
so I do not have either of those players. I do have one of the best players ever do it.
Oh.
This is the 1990 score Martin Brodeur rookie card. 1990 score. So it's a $2 card, $2 to $4. There was like one $10 sale. I got this from a local guy at the card show. We were talking about hockey, and I said about how my 2 PCs are pretty much just Brodeur and Patrick Roy. And so he walked over and said, "Hey, I got something for you." Gave me a good deal on it. So there you go. Cool card.
And it is the English version, not the bilingual.
Correct.
Yes.
EP check. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes, those are.
Well, the score on the front is blue. That shows the U.S. version, and the Canadian / bilingual version has a red score. So there you know.
All right.
I was really into hockey cards back then. You know,
you were.
Let me tell you, I have a lot of those in my storage area. 1990 score. Yeah.
Do you have the bilingual one?
I do. I have both. Yeah.
All right.
You need to complete the rainbow, EP.
I do. Yeah.
I actually have sealed boxes of them here too somewhere.
Is that the first rainbow? Wait a minute. Would that be the first rainbow?
I think it is. I think it
I
qualifies.
don't know if
Right.
it technically
I definitely need that, yeah.
qualifies,
Red one's blue.
but-
That's
That's
part of
true,
the
and
way-
they came from two different boxes. But then Prism, you have to buy retail for some, and you have to buy hobby for others to get some of the parallels. So yeah, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Nice.
is the first
the
rainbow.
very
There you go.
first. We decided it right
And
here.
we have
But,
laid
We
it out.
unlocked it right here.
but I was a
Hobby.
Flyers fan. I hated Martin Brodeur,
Of course,
but he's one of the all-time greats.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't deny it.
I know who
He's-
he is.
He's not Patrick Waugh, but he's right
No,
there
right.
with him. So, you know, no,
Very few
no
are.
disrespect to Martin Brodeur or Dominic Hasek, but Patrick Waugh is the GOAT. He is.
Yeah,
Sabres, Hasek Sabres.
Yes. One of his many teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, that's a great card. I love some early 90s hockey.
Mhm.
Like I said, I have so much of it. Yeah, so much of it. Worth so much now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one of the absolute best players in this set. Maybe the
Yeah.
best rookie in this set. And it's a
It's
two
like
to
two or
four
three
card.
bucks.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's $2
Eric
card.
Lindros. You know, come on.
Oh, you
So
have
that
the
was
rookie
your
in that?
guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
probably-
well, that's why I have so much
Is it,
1990 score.
You were hunting. You
is
were
that a
hunting
$5 card?
across.
Is that a
Yes.
$5 card?
I don't think it's actually worth as much as Martin Brodeur now, but that was one of those things. You know, Score had him exclusive before he got the NHL, so it's kind of like what Fanatics is doing with all the players nowadays. So
Ah.
Score was the innovator of that. Here we go.
And now that card is worth $2. So be
Yep.
prepared, people.
Mine. All right, Joe, wrap us up this week.
All right. I was digging through some boxes to pull some cards out for some folks, and I came across this insert 1999 Pacific Crown Royale
Gotta be good.
Test of Time.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't remember that card.
I
Mark
don't either.
Brunel. So, a couple of things I love about this card. One, it's absolutely ridiculous. All right, it's very Pacific. You got the die cut here. You've
Yep.
got a little this little nub too, like the stopwatch thing. Could you imagine someone trying to grade this today? Mine's a Mark Brunel. It's probably like a $1 to $2 card. The Barry Sanders and the Emmett Smith are right around 20. Like it only had 10 in the checklist, so most of them were pretty big stars. And then Brunel was a big star back then.
Yeah, he was.
But then Tim Couch was in there, who was the big rookie. So, you know, it ran the gambit, so to speak. The one thing I'm a little upset about this card, I'm kind of surprised with Pacific that they didn't make the
They don't
hands move.
Make him turn.
Are
yeah.
you kind of surprised that Pacific was not like, oh, let's make those hands move? Because
I
that is a very
am,
Pacific thing.
and here's why. Because I should have used this for a card, but I sold it in my stack sale. I have a Mark Brunel insert,
Brunel week.
a stat thing, but it has a little disc inside.
Oh, really?
And you can move it around to look at his stats.
I think
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I
What-
think
where
I
was
remember
from?
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where was
Yeah.
that from?
That was Pacific for
Was
sure.
that
Yeah, I forget
Yeah.
which set. I forget
Yeah.
off the top of my head which set it was in, but yeah, it was definitely
Right.
Pacific. But yeah, like why not make
Make the hands move.
hands turn?
Pacific,
Yeah,
come on. I'm
At
going
least
to call
one-
and
at least one of
complain.
them, right? Yeah, at
you
least.
should. Yeah,
Right?
let's
Exactly.
get Mike Kramer on and like we'll interview him and then bring that up. Okay,
I would
at the
say
end of the
Kramer-
interview-
At the very end.
yeah,
The hard
Kramer,
questions at the very end.
why did you make this choice? Get it? Kramer's choice.
yeah.
But yeah, so you can get this card for like $1 or $2. If you have the Barry Sanders, it's obviously worth a little bit more. These came one per box. Well, no, there were 24 packs in a box. They came one per 25 packs.
25. Yep.
Oh,
Just in case you didn't
Pacific
pull
was
one.
Smart.
Pacific, and I'll tell you what, that's safer than saying on average, ain't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, this is the only one I had. I would not have picked Brunel personally, but Brunel, pretty great quarterback, pretty great lefty.
Good,
Funny
yeah.
and Hard Knocks when he was a quarterback coach for Mark Sanchez, if you remember that. He's like, "Don't you talk to my daughter," he said to Mark Sanchez, which still to this day cracks me up. But yeah, pretty cool card, pretty cool design. Of course it is because it's Pacific.
is yours gradable? What does it look like? Maybe you should send that and get
I
get
think the
graded.
nub might be off center just a little bit. It's so ridiculous.
Could
Like,
you
look at that thing.
imagine one of PSA's new graders
You're like,
sitting
is
there
this an
pulling out your order and getting that and being like, what in the hell is this? What do I do?
right?
You're like calling somebody
They're
and
like
he'll be
third
like,
tiers. Like, I don't know what to do with this.
What?
Yep, yep. Nat Turner's like, no, that's part of the card. It's supposed
Call
to be
Nat.
there. Oh no.
We got
Oh,
a
no.
card we don't know what it is. Hold on, I'll be right there. All right, guys, those were 3 great choices. We'll be back next week, right? Like clockwork.
Like
Yeah,
clock.
definitely.
Like
Oh, I see what you did
See what
there.
I did there? Yeah.
I see it.
All right, guys. See you later.
Adios.
See you, boys.